Hello, welcome back to another episode of Slurry Terrell. My name is Greg, and I'm going to let you listen to 2 minutes of my cat George singing you a song. Just kidding. In all seriousness, welcome to the channel. I'm happy to have you back. I hope everyone is doing okay out there in the world. This is going to be your love reading for now into April. Guys, I took a minute and really thought about whether it was insensitive to post love readings during a global pandemic, and yesterday I went live and asked you guys what you thought about it. You seem to think that it would be helpful and distracting and, so I'm here to do these readings. I wasn't going to post them, but we're just going to go ahead and do them. So, keep in mind, this is going to be a general reading, Virgo. It's not going to resonate with everybody, okay? Check your sun, moon, and your rising signs. Keep in mind as well, right now, as we go into the energy, a lot of the same cards, like the Nine of Swords and the Tower card, are coming out in every reading, really because that's a general collective energy that's forcing itself through the tarot, which is one reason why I really don't like to do these love readings too much. I like to let the tarot call the shots. So, also don't forget, folks, I have a $25 special this month. Good month to do it because, you know. So, Virgo, let's go ahead and get right in. All the information for that's in the description box, guys. Sorry, I've been quarantined to my house, and I've been doing tarot card readings for a hot minute. So I'm feeling a little tired. But we're going to keep going. We must persevere through the day.
So just lying down.
Starting with the High Priestess here, there's a lot up in the air. Also, I really want to talk about, Virgo, our instincts here. The instinct that we have, the feeling, the gut of knowing about something. That's really the first card coming out, and I think it's quite telling to be the first card coming out of your reading, Virgo. Let's look at what else. Virgo, love and romance. From now into April 2020, what have we got? We have the Knight of Swords. You could certainly be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and we have the King of Wands. You could also be dealing with a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Virgo, love messages. We have a Five of Swords. This is looking like you know something deep within about someone. Two of Pentacles, but you're not making any forward movement, but there is somebody on your mind right now that you've been tossing around cutting off, Virgo. You've been tossing around the idea of cutting somebody off. And there's this deep, guttural, instinctual knowing of what you need to do here. And it's almost as if this reading already is telling me to tell you to orient straight to that, right? Now let's pull more cards. What other messages do we have here for Virgo in love and romance? Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles. It's coming out in the reverse. And we also have the Two of Wands. It's coming out in the reverse. I want to talk to you. Some of you here in the month of March as we move into April, Virgo, are not admitting something really critical about somebody to yourself because you don't want to be alone. But you have this instinct that there could be somebody in your life, and we're going to clarify and look into it more. But what it looks like to me is that you keep tossing between the gut instinct, which says, I need to get away from this person, and the other instinct, which says, but then I'll be all by myself. And then what am I going to do? Somebody here wants to be in a partnership. They don't want to be single. Right, so we have the Nine of Wands. So we have somebody holding on to something. We have the Lovers, which is really the significance of these two people, and then we have the Six of Swords, which is showing that somebody might, and then we have the Hermit card sitting here on the bottom. Somebody might, and this is you, baby, remember. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, and then the Page of Pentacles. All these cards are you, baby, especially the Hermit, right? That's the card for Virgo. Six of Swords, baby, is that card of moving on. And I want to talk about this because particular to moving on, this usually indicates that we're moving on to calmer waters. So I do want to say that's a great energy for you. But I gotta also say, I think this pandemic and the COVID-19 thing is affecting people's energy generally, which I think is also affecting our relationships. I did a reading for another sign earlier in the morning, and it was talking about relationships being heavily strained in the home because of a quarantine. So there's an indication of calmer water ahead, but I want to talk about something that you know deep within. That it looks like the deck is referencing that it's not going to tell me about that. It's going to say that the person resonating with this reading knows what I'm saying, right? So the High Priestess is this inner knowing you have about something. Now, your inner knowing that's fully resonant in the best version of yourself could be telling you that in hard times, we don't give up on the ones we love. We're not going to go single. We're not going to abandon our partnerships. However, if that gut instinct in your heart is telling you to walk away because there is a 5 of Swords here and then we have a 6 and that's literally you walking away and moving on, I don't want there to be any confusion. Okay? And I'm seeing that there's a real intellectual process here in the Knight of Swords. Showing that you are really intellectually going through already the thought of, how am I going to pay my bills if this person's gone? How am I going to feel emotionally? Do I have what it takes on my own to see it all the way through? Is this my soulmate? Am I walking away from somebody that I shouldn't be walking away from? So my answer for you specifically in this reading comes immediately back to this Piscean priestess energy, which is very veiled, it's hidden, but this priestess is instinctually connected to that answer, that guttural knowing. Now, this is not natural to your sign, Virgo, but you do have the masculine energy that comes from it here on the bottom of the deck, which is you, which is this inner searching. And over the last couple of years, especially in your love readings, I think it's really interesting that for you guys to be the patron energy of that self-illumination, often I find you guys to get off course so often. Which, by the way, let me be clear, all of us do it. It's a human thing. But here you are in a 2 of Pentacles. Do I do this? Do I do this? Crazy, sis. I don't know. Let's clarify. Talk to us about the High Priestess for Virgo. This energy now moving into April. So we have the Page of Cups. Guys, I cannot get any more obvious here. There is an intuitive knowing that you absolutely have in your gut that is telling you something that you're not admitting to yourself. You have moments where you look at it in the face, and then you turn your face away from it because you don't want to see the truth of what that means for you. But look, the Lovers is also referencing one way or the other, you need to make it this month. And I know we have a pandemic energy going on and people are freaked out. If I'm telling you to move on, sis, I'm certainly not telling you to go out into public right now. I think you should stay in quarantine. But where are you in reference to what you're admitting to what you know? This is very important. Talk to me about the Knight of Swords, please. Talk to me about the Knight of Swords. The 10 of Cups in the freaking reverse. 10 of Cups is your happy family. It's your perfect emotional situation. It's your kids playing in the front yard while you hold hands with your husband or your wife and you feel gratified and happy about where you've ended up. And you're reversed in that here. So there's something that really needs taking care of now, within the home, within the family unit, within one connection to another connection. And you already know what it is. This is what is so crazy about it. Tell me about the King of Wands. Talk to me about the King of Wands. The King of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. It's telling you that you need to gather resource in a slow manner to come up with the decision of what to do. So it's not telling you to rush here. Remember, the Knight of Pentacles does not make a decision quickly. But who is this King of Wands? Because we're talking about a person. Probably a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, or a Sagittarius. But if not, we're talking about a hot-headed person, probably a man, may not be. We're talking about somebody who's controlling. We're talking about somebody who is passionate, but so passionate that it's almost Tom Cruise creepy. I'm talking about somebody here in your life, and you've got to make a decision about what you're going to do with them, and you already know what that is. I'm really just going to keep coming back to saying that because that's what I really know from this reading to be true, Virgo. Tell me about the Five of Swords here. Tell me about the... Oh my God, we're not taking all that. Tell me about the Five of Swords without using half of the deck, please. Five of Swords, Five of Swords. The Page of Wands and the Lovers, boom. So what we're seeing is that there's a blow up here. There's anger. There's anger between two people. The problem is that there's passion there too. It's passionate. So when you're angry with each other, you're really angry with each other. We have the Lovers here. There is a divide between you and a person here. And if your guttural instinct is telling you to repair it, not now. You notice how I keep referring to this guttural instinct, not what you want to believe, because that's the whole point of this reading. What you know to be true, what your gut is telling you, what your inner voice is really whispering. You're going to have to listen. Because you've got to make a decision quickly in the moment about a person, but in reference to the full plan of what you do, whatever I'm saying to you here, I know you know what I'm saying, you want to take your time. So if you are leaving someone, you're leaving a relationship, you do need to do it slowly in a way that allocates resource to you and makes sure that you end up on stable ground when you get to the other end. But if your guttural instinct is to repair, it's not going to happen overnight, so you can't expect somebody to repair overnight either. Talk to me about the Two of Pentacles. Because nobody does that. You don't do that. The only person who repairs overnight is that X-Men character, Wolverine. And if y'all ain't him, and if he is watching, call me. Call me, cutie. We got the Queen of Swords. A decision that must be made. Clarifying a card talking about you not making a decision. Something needs to get resolved here. Something needs to be looked at critically. The Queen of Swords is a no bullshit queen. She can smell it. Just like the High Priestess. She knows what's bullshit. Now, you know something and you're not making a decision. And Virgo, sometimes I have to tough love you guys. Especially you guys on this channel. But you need to make a decision about somebody. And I think that you don't want to be alone. And look, baby, I think that you wanted to create this Disney Channel original story with somebody. And I get that. But that's not where you are right now. Let's be honest. For those of you that are single, whoever this connection you have with, chaos. Total mess, honey. Total mess. You need to wipe it up. Talk to me about the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Y'all got me wildin'. Temperance and Karma. The Karma card in the Witch's Tarot is the equivalent of the Judgment card. You want somebody to get their karma. You think that they deserve it. This is a eye for an eye energy. It's coming from you. I think. Could go the other way around, I guess. Somebody wants somebody to get their karma here. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Because you have Temperance, and that's their card. But it's like there is a instability within you based off of this connection anyway. There's a karma. Talk to me about the Two of Wands. The Nine of Wands in reverse. Somebody's given up here. Because we have that Nine of Wands twice. Somebody's being well, really, I guess it would be translated as somebody's being asked not to give up. But somebody wants to give up on this whole situation. You know, I'm really going to cut it here. I don't want to clarify anything else because I understand the message because it keeps coming back to one point. That is, you have an inner knowing right now, Virgo, that is spot on. The High Priestess wanted to be very clear in this reading because she came out first, foremost, and there are very few cards that we as tarot card readers can understand when they come out first and quickly in that way. And the High Priestess is one into which we know that the reader's probably going to get less information because the High Priestess is veiled. But there's something that you know that you're not admitting to yourself. And the longer you go doing this, the more deteriorated your experience and psyche becomes. I'm going to leave the video there. If you would like to go deeper into detail into this energy with me, if you resonated, you're more than welcome to book me for a $25 reading. My turnaround time is going up right now to a week, maybe even 2, guys, to be honest. Just to make sure that everything is secured at home through this pandemic. I hope that everyone is taking care of themselves. I'm certainly trying to make sure that I'm allocating time for self-care, whether that be nice lotions and candles or an almost entire bottle of Jack Daniels. Please take good care of yourselves, and please keep your hands washed. If you're living in a quarantine zone or your local powers are encouraging you to participate in social distancing or self-isolation, please do these things. We can curb the infection rate. We can save a lot of people. We can get this over with so we can go back to our normal freaking lives, okay? So I love you guys so much. I'm so thankful that you are a part of my life throughout this time. I'm glad to be here for you. You guys already know me. You know you can email me if you need me. It's not like I'm accessible to you. Feel free in the comments below right now as we go through this to let me know how I can be of service to you. If you want me to put up certain kinds of content, let me know. If you love these love readings, make sure to let me know in the comments. If you want me to be doing more personal stuff or topic videos or the Solari Tarot show, or you want me to go live more often, let me know what you want. This is about you guys. I want to be here for you, and I want to support you throughout a very strange time. And to be very honest, I want to feel supported too, because I'm also very afraid of what the future holds. So, as always, we do it together. I love you so much. I'm sending you so much, whatever good energy I can. I'm hoping that you are doing just fine, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. Bye-bye.